Hey guys, this video is going to go on our cool gadgets in Japan playlist. It's a bit of a strange one. Had no intention of making this video at all. Beginning of winter every year, we pull out all our warm winter clothes, and quite often the problem that we have that you guys might recognise with sort of woolly sort of clothes is you get this pilling. Didn't know it was called pilling until researched on the internet. But this pilling, this you know, the little bits that sort of stick up all over the woolly bits, you know, and take something like they're all over these socks, all over this beanie, still are, haven't finished doing this one yet. This jumper was covered in them as well, and it just makes them sort of look old and ratty, and when you get stuff like that you want to keep. And in Japan, people use these things. And again, didn't know what it was called. I've been using this for years in Japan because it's what everyone does. They break out these things and never seen them in Australia. Didn't know they existed till I came to Japan. But they're brilliant because you get something like your favourite beanie or your favourite jumper or something that you like to wear. But once they start to get covered with that pilling, you know, these socks are a good example. You can't really wear that in Japan because people see your socks because you take your shoes off in the Genkan. So everyone gets to see your socks in Japan, so you've got to keep them in good condition, which means these ones really you can only wear at home. When they look like that, that just looks terrible. However, sitting watching YouTube videos with this thing, and it's got a little blade inside. They're only worth a couple of bucks. They're about $7 or $8, something like that, $10. The really good ones are like $50 or $60, but this is just a cheap one. And see, it's got the blades that spin around. So, whoops. So it's two AA batteries, and the blades spin around, and it's got this little shield thing on the front, and you just rub it up and down on the thing. So I sit and watch YouTube videos and just rub it up and down on whatever thing it is you're cleaning. So I was just doing that one. So that's the other half of this pair. So that's what it looked like before. This feels like one of those home shopping things. Look, don't answer. How much do you expect to pay? So look at that. So it's just brilliant. It's just really, really good. It takes something that you can't really wear in public and then turns it into something that you can wear in public. I haven't finished the other side of that one yet. See, there's the other side. And that's the side I've done. So it's just brilliant. I mean, particular stuff like that jumper, that's a fairly expensive jumper, that one. And when I first pulled that out, I thought, oh no, I can't really wear that because it's covered in the pilling. I sat there and watched some YouTube videos running this thing over it. And now it's actually not too bad. So, particularly in Japan, Japanese people are pretty fashion conscious, and also usually clothes, people, they like to wear new clothes, so wearing sort of clothes with that pilling, you know, if you wore something like that out in public here, they'd think you were homeless or you know, it wouldn't be real cool, because we mentioned that before in our How to Do Stuff in Japan book too. We mentioned that, and in the video on the topic as well. You've got to keep your clothes in good condition here. You know, if your clothes start, if you went out in public looking like this, they'd be sort of looking sideways at you, because Japanese people are really fashion conscious. They like to wear new clothes. Everything looks new. So this is one thing to save money, because you know, if you don't want to be buying new clothes all the time, and just because it gets that pilling on it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. There's no holes in those socks or anything. Same as with the beanie. So, I don't know, just a funny thing. What actually triggered the video was, I was doing it, and some friends from Australia called on Skype, and I was sitting there doing this thing. I pushed the answer button, and I'm sitting there doing this thing, and they said, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I told them. And because they'd never heard of it before either. So, and they're going, oh, send us one of them, because they're only a few bucks. The really cheap ones are a bit dodgy. They can put holes in your clothes. So it's worth probably getting a better one. But and then we looked on Amazon and found them on Amazon. So they're going to order some for Australia. So actually, I'll put that link from the search. We'll put the link underneath this video. So yeah, I don't know what you'd actually call it in English. I guess pilling pill remover. That's what we found it under on Amazon. Pill remover. So, anyway, just a silly thing. This is one of the weirdest videos we've made so far. Anyway, more videos coming soon.